Hi there, and welcome to my Balance and Flexibility 30-minute session. I'm thrilled that you're taking the opportunity to join me for this wonderful and lovely session that consists of exercises and movements and progressions that are vital to your everyday life. We'll begin with a warm-up and move into progressions that take you through a variety of movements where we can go sideways, we go twist side to side as well, but movements that also help you balance. So we'll take the opportunity to explore some sit to stand options as well. The standing options are always an option for you. So this is going to leave you feeling invigorated and refreshed, and I'm so grateful that you're joining me for this session this afternoon or morning or evening or whatever you are watching this. Be sure to have some water handy. In this session, there are no props. You notice I don't have any props here, except for one, your sturdy chair. You want to make sure that's a sturdy chair. It's not rocking too much. And also be sure to clear your area of anything that might be out there that might hinder your movements or might get in the way. So with that said, we've got all that out of the way. I'm just going to invite you to have a seat and join me, and we're going to get started. Music's already going. You already can feel the flow. I love music that lets me flow for balance and flexibility exercises because it just feels natural for the body to move. So let's begin with just some breath awareness. So while you're sitting here, just focus on your breath. We breathe subconsciously, but let's really be conscious about this. Let's sit nice and tall. Place your hands on your lap or the sides of your chair. And then think about what's going on in the center of your body so that when you breathe in, you should feel the torso begin to expand. And then when you breathe out, you start to feel the torso narrowing in diameter. Breathe in, it expands. Breathe out, it narrows down. It also gives you a sense as you inhale, everything opens up, and as you exhale, you feel like not only you're opening up, you're feeling much taller. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale out. Last one here, inhale. Beautiful. Now while we're sitting here, let's just take your right ear to your shoulder and lift it back up. Now your left ear to your shoulder and then bring it back up. Good. Now look over to your right side, come back to center. Look to your left side. Come back to center, drop the chin towards your chest. Let's repeat that. Here we go. Look to your left side this time. Come back to center, then look to your right side. Now come back to center, drop your left ear towards your shoulder. Lift your ear, take your right ear to your shoulder, then bring your chin to your chest again. Now this time, gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall, and then come back and look at me. One more time, lift those eyes. Great. Now let's take those shoulders, roll your shoulders back. One more time, up to the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and now let's take only your right side. Shoulder comes up and rolls, then your left arm starts to come forward, followed by the right arm forward. So what happens now is we start to create some movement, and we create some torso rotation. If you notice, I bet if you glance down, one knee is starting to come forward of the other, right? So that means we're getting some pelvic work here as well. And again, perfect. We got one more. Beautiful. Now hands on the chair. Let's move to your right. Circle your torso forward over your legs and come back, creating this circle with your body. I call these torso circles. Of course, if we do it to the right, where do you think we have to go? We have to go to the left, right? So go to your left. Perfect. Now we're going to add a little bit of a stomp to wake up the feet with a little syncopated pattern. So I want you to watch me first. Why don't you stomp, stomp. I go in and out. I stomp. Join me. I'm going to be on my right leg again. Out, in. Stomp. Bring it in. Then go out and in. Now do the other side. Stomp. Take it out and in. Back and in. So we stomp. Stomp and hold. Bring it back. Then go out and in. Stomp. Bring it back. Go out and in. One more. Stomp. Bring it back. Go out and in. Nice. Now lift both heels up and down. Push them down. Lift up to the balls of your feet. Push them down to the ground. Do it again. Lift up to the balls of your feet. Now this time, circle your ankle. It doesn't matter which leg you start with because we're going to do both. One more time. Now reverse that circle. Go the other way. So circle the other direction, and then 2, and then 3. How about the other leg? Same thing, circle, and circle, and circle. Now notice that when you're doing this ankle circle, that we're also getting the opportunity to circle the hips. So let's pull the knee to the chest. Clasp, interlace your fingers if you'd like. Sit tall, try to avoid slouching. Just circle the ankle. So now we're just working that ankle joint. Do the same thing on the other direction. Perfect. Now straighten that leg out. Bend it in. Sometimes it doesn't want to always go, right? Take your hand under your knee and circle. So I'm coming to you today from my home in Colorado. I live in Boulder. It's a fall day. It is snowing in the mountains today. That means snow's not far behind for us. And then push out with that leg. I don't know if I'm so excited about the snow, but change of seasons, that's why I moved here. Awesome, I love this music. Now, what we're gonna do is just get into a little bit of a rhythm, and we're gonna move the upper body a little bit. So we're just rocking side to side. I'm gonna begin just forward reaches. So I'm gonna take your right arm and reach it forward. Forward, pull it in, and your left. Make sure those thumbs are up. Let your body move forward so that you've got some twisting going on. Right and back, and then left and back. Now, let's also cross our midline. When we cross the midline, we'll go slow and bring it back. We have the opportunity to twist and bring it back. Notice how my thumbs stay up. Thumbs are up and come back. And one more, we're coming back to the center. Right arm, a little faster. Let's go right, left, right and left. Keep going. Now we get to cross body to the right. Right arm goes to the left. I'm sorry if I cued you wrong. Reach, reach. Now let's take both arms at the same time and pull back. Reaching forward. Now this time, palms up. Reaching forward, scoop the arms, scoop. Coming in and then scoop. Coming in, so straighten those arms, bend the arms and pull back. You're picking something up, you're pulling it back to your body. This is something we do every day, right? Don't you pick up things from the ground and pull them close to your body? So exhale as you pull it in to engage your abdominals. 2 more here, last one coming up. Here we go, moving the entire body, hands by your side, and now just reach your left arm down to the ground, and then while you're doing this, be aware of what's happening on the opposite side of your body. So you want to make sure, that your hips are staying level on the chair. So we're not trying to lose our balance here, we're trying to sit. Now we're going to alternate, reach, not too fast here, just reach. It's like you're pulling something up with the arm, like push and pull, nice. And then push and pull. We have a nice fun movement next. 2 more, reach. And then one last time. Great. Now sit. Here we go. From here, take your hands up, palms face you, thumbs out to the side, elbows are bent. All we're doing is crossing our wrists. So watch. Cross, one hand goes in front, the other hand goes in front. So the hand that is closest to your body, take note how that elbow comes up. Arm closest to my body, that elbow comes up. So I get a little shoulder shrug too. So I'm lifting the shoulder and lift, nice. And then lift, a little bit of rotation for the shoulders. Right arm comes across, cross, and release. Excuse me, that was your left arm down, it was my right arm. Release, now your left, come across. Now let's remain on one side with your left arm up, back and forth. We go cross and cross. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start to lift your right heel. Beautiful, 2 more with the right heel. Hold on to your chair with your right arm. Now lift that right knee, pull. And pull, 4 more here. You've got 4, nice. And then 3, 2 more. 1 last one, beautiful. Same thing on the other side. We come across and back. Are you ready to lift your left heel? Left heel up and down. Great. 2 more. Hold on to your chair, pull that knee up. Pull. and lower. Excellent. We've got a little abdominal work here. I call this seated abdominal work for your oblique muscles. Those are the muscles that crisscross your body and make your waistline look so skinny, right? 2 more. Last one here. Tap your right leg. Tap, 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 tap. So let's do a little wider and do a little push with your hands. Just a little hip movement here. Perfect, we got it. 4 more, here comes 1. You heard that change of music. That tells us something else is coming. 1 more here on each side. Good. Now come back to the center, legs come together. Scoot to the center of your chair, the front edge. Now take both of your heels, lift them up, come to the balls of your feet. Lovely. Now right now we're doing both at the same time. Can you do just the right, then follow with the left? Right and left and right and left and right and left. Now both at the same time with a little hinge. Now what our next exercise involves is lifting both knees at the same time. I'm showing you this exercise because this is your option. So if you choose not to lift the knees at the same time, this is what you'll do. If you're going to join me, hands come to your chair, we lift and lower. We lift and lower. Lift and lower. Remember, if you don't want to do this exercise, it's perfectly fine. If you find this a little too challenging, right? That's okay, because you can just be here and back, very similar, right? Or we lift up. Notice when those knees come up, rather than hinging forward, we have to hinge back. 2 more. Pull up. And then last one. Now everyone together here. Heels lifting. 4 more. 4, nice. And then 3, we're gonna move into our body weight exercises, which are a seat lift. 2 more. Last one here. Roll the shoulders back and get ready, because now we're going to scoot forward on our chairs. So move your hips forward so that your hands can come a little behind your hips. Not too much. You notice my thumb is almost even with my hip line, but it's important that your hips are about hip width, your legs are hip width apart. So I like to take my fingers and place them on my hip line, then come down my leg and go down across my knee, down towards my toes. So I'm not here, right? I'm in that nice wider stance, but it's not a wide stance. It's just a hip width apart stance. So we're all gonna hinge forward, join me. Hinge forward, hold, take a breath. As you exhale, push yourself off your chair and then hold. Now come back down to the chair, have a seat, take a deep breath, inhale, exhale. Here we go, hinge forward, exhale here, breathe in again. Exhale, lift, hold. Have a seat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, hinge forward. Ready? Push off. Hold. Hold. Have a seat. Take a deep breath in. We only have 1 more. Exhale. Now, hinge forward. Ready? Push off. Hold. Have a seat. Breath in. Exhale. Perfect. Heels of your hands on the side of your chair. And I want to show you what this looks from the side. So you're going to do it facing forward because it's a better position for you. But when I'm doing this bridge, notice how I push my hips forward, opening up my hips and then coming back down to the chair. So I wanted you to see that so you can see how high I'm coming up. Sometimes when I'm facing you, the angle isn't that great for you to see. So come to the edge of your chair, heels of your hands on the side of the chair. Knees are back of your knees are right over your heels. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, roll your shoulders back and then lift your hips. Knees come forward, gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall, and then have a seat. Perfect. We have 2 more. Take a breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Come back down. We have 1 more. Yes. Now we go back to a sit to stand. Or you can stay sitting on your chair and follow us when we get to the stand. So hinging forward. Ready? push off, hold. Those of you that want to remain seated, have a seat back in your chair. The rest of you stand up with me. Arms are by your side. If you're in your chair, let's start to march. And we're marching here. It's like you're walking, but we're not going anywhere, right? We're doing steps. So if you have an Apple Watch and you're counting your steps, or you have a, what do they call them? Pedometer? Or just a fitness tracker? These are steps, they count. Yes, they do. So let's march out. We go 4, 3, 2. Now bring it back in. Go 4 and 3. Now this time, out for 2. You ready? Go out. 1, 2, come back in. Do it again, out, whether you're sitting in your chair. Come back in. Now tap both toes. Slow, bending my knees, because we're going to begin that march on your left foot. Here we go, march, march. Keep marching. On the opposite foot, 4 times, counting out. 1, 2, 3, come in. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, come in. Out for 2. 1, 2. 2 more to go. Perfect. Now, here we go. Tap those toes. Hold your movement. Those of you seated, you'll do a seat lift, hold, and sit back down. You'll do 2 of those. Those of you that are standing, join me with a little squat. Sit back, stand tall. Do it again. Sit back, stand tall. I said 2 times, I meant 4. My apologies, back. And one last one. Perfect. Now, your next one, look behind you. Look how far forward I came from my chair. So I want to make sure that I'm close to the chair. Before I sit back, find the chair and have a seat. Roll your shoulders back, sit forward, and let's take the arms forward and back. Now that we worked the legs, let's work the arms a little bit. Reach forward, reach, thumbs are up. Perfect, you got it. Now we do the same thing across our body. We reach front and crossing your midline. Yes. Beautiful. Let's go back to the front. Reach 4 times. Cross body. Can you do that one more time? Reach front, so we're getting that twist. 2, 3, and cross midline. Beautiful. Now hands by your side. Reach. Take this slower so we get a nice reach. Keep your hips even and anchored on your chair. Just reaching your fingertips towards the ground. Nice. Get ready. Funky arms. Here we go. Palms up. 1. Remember, that palm that is in front, that same arm, the shoulder, comes up, moving side to side. You've got 4 more. Here's 1, still 1. 2. Remember the goalpost arm. 3. And 4. Left arm out and cross. Now start to lift your heel and lift. Now get ready, because your right knee's coming up. Hold onto your chair. Pull and pull. And then pull. Let's come back to the funky arms. You ready? Funky arms. Reach. Perfect. Yes. Beautiful. You got it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Get ready. The right arm's coming next. Here we go. Right arm. Cross. Lift your left heel. Lift. 2 more. 1 more. Get ready. Lift that knee. Exhale up and down. 2. Holding onto your chair. Try not to lean back. Try to keep your torso lifted. 2 more to go. 1 more. Double tap. Double tap. Keep going. Yes, we got it. Perfect. Now, let's stop the arms. Hold onto your chair. Keep tapping. Bring your feet center. March your feet. Stop the action. Tap your toes. Now, I want the emphasis to be up and up and up, working your shins. In a little bit, you're going to start to feel a little bit of warmth in the front of those shins. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Now lift your heels. Here we go. Lift, hinge forward. Now, this is your option for the next exercise. So we're going back and we're revisiting what we did before. What we did before is we lifted both our knees at the same time, right? So if you don't want to lift those knees, you can just stay here. Those of you lifting your knees, lift, lift. Because you have to unweight, you need to lean your body back and lift, nice, and lift. And lift 2 more of these. Woo! Last one. Heel lifts again. Lift. Heel lift. We're doing this before. Continue with us. 4 more times. 4, nice. And then 3, 2 more. And get ready to go into your seat hold. So scoot your hips forward. Roll your shoulders back. We ready? And we push off. We hold. We sit back. We relax, take a deep breath in, inhale, exhale, exhale forward, lift up, and hold. Have a seat, released, breathe in, and breathe out. We have 1 more. Those of you who join me in standing, we're gonna stand after this one. Those of you who are doing your seat lifts, just have a seat right back. We hold. Those of you who want to sit down, sit. Those of you stand, stand up with me, hold. Great. We're going to march it out. March. We've got 4, 3, 2. Now take it wide. Whether you're seated or you're standing, you're doing this with me. Bring it together. 4, 3, 2. Take it wide. Now, 2 in, 2 out. In and out. Feet come together, they stay together. Just bend your knees or lift 1 knee at a time if you're seating. Left leg march, march, and wide. Bring it in. Take it out. 2 and 2. Are you ready? Bring it in and out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in. Stay and hold, hold here. Bend your knees. Perfect. Now, hold, stand tall or sit tall. Those of you seated will do a seat lift. We are going to squat. Let's go. Squat down and up 4 times. Hips go back or you're doing a seat lift. 2 more. Those knees stay still. They're bending and straightening, but they're not moving forward and back. Nice. Perfect. Now, we widen your stance, even in your chair. Widen your stance. Now, if you're in your chair, your knees are bent, you're hinging forward and going back. And thus, those of us standing, hinge and sit. Stand tall. This is called a sumo squat. Out back. You ever see those sumo wrestlers? Looks like them, right? That's where the name comes from, right? And 1 more. Beautiful. Now, this position, but stay tall. Those of you seated, hinging forward again and back. Those of us standing, bend. Look at your knees. Make sure they're going over your big toes. You're descending with your tailbone going down to the floor. Great. Now, in your chair or standing, lift 1 heel. 2, 3, 1 more. Change sides, lift the knee. 1, excuse me, not the knee, the heel. I caught myself. There you go. 1 more. 2 and 2 on this side. We've got 2 and 2. Now your right side. 2. Perfect. Now alternate. We've got left and then right. Working the ankle joint a little bit in the calf muscle, which is important. 1 more each way. And as soon as you lift your heel, that becomes what we call a shift in movement. So that challenges your balance. Yes. Good. Now let's bring your feet in towards the center. and march. Whether you're in your chair, whether you're standing. Good. Now, if you're standing, take a peek. Oh, I kind of creeped my way forward, didn't I? I'm going to stop my marching and have a seat. So glance back. Those of you in your chair, hang in there with us till we get there. And then together, we scoot forward to the front of our chairs. So everyone, take the heels of your hands to the back of your chairs. And your feet are directly underneath your knees. Roll your shoulders back. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, weight's in your heels, but you still feel the weight on the whole foot, but primarily in the heel. Hold that bridge. Now this time, lift your left heel. Lift and lower. Lift right. Now left and right. Left. One more, getting a little upper body movement here as well, because your upper body has to stabilize you. Said that wrong. Come back in. Ooh. Shake it out. Roll your shoulders back. Beautiful. Come a little bit forward. Keep your feet together. Take your left leg. Lift up your knees, circle out, and face this direction. Now come back. Lift your left knee again. Bring it back. Let's do that one more time. Lift your left knee, circle it out. Bring it back in. Come back. Nice. Same thing here. Lift your right knee, circle it out to the side, place it on the floor, then lift the knee and bring it back. You have one more. Lift your knee, circle it around. One last one, come back. This is really good. Nice hip circle. And now just out and in and out. Let's do this with your toes up. So take your legs out, lift your toes, out. So getting some rotation in your hip. Now let's keep the right leg still. Go out, drop the right. Now you can put that foot down. Just some rotation in your hip. 4 more. 4. And then 3, 2 more. One last one. Nice. Now other side. Lift the toe, let the heel go out. Now the whole foot's on the ground here as you go out and in. Hold your abdominal muscles in, sitting nice and tall. Working on rotation of your hip. Great, last one here. Beautiful. Now slide your feet a little in, slide back your hips a little bit, separate both legs. Take your forearms to your thighs. Now, rather than rounding your spine, we don't want to do this. We want to push away, lift your heart, and try to push your legs out slightly, getting a bit of an inner thigh stretch. And at the same time, you're opening your chest, pulling those abdominal muscles in, keeping your hips on the chair. So those hips have not left the chair. Good. Now, slide your hands back and bring your feet together. Nice job. Roll your shoulders back. And let's begin this cool down section with an easy step tap to your left. Step, tap, step, tap, step and tap. Nice. Step and tap. Is 4, still 4, and then 3, and then 2, one more to go. We're going to bring or work our feet back to the center, feet to the center, scoot forward, both toes lift and lower, lift now, your heels come up and down, nice. Perfect, you got it. Now on the next one, let's take your legs and slide them out. Take your right hand, bring it to the outside of your left knee and raise your left arm. I want you to pull the left arm back. As you pull your right arm, with your right arm, your left knee towards the midline a little bit. Hold. Feel that opposition. Come back. We do the same thing here. Right arm up, left arm across. So I'm pulling my right leg in with my left arm, but I'm pulling my right torso back, leading with my shoulder, and hold. Nice. Then from here, take the right arm, reach up, and stretch. So I'm going to take this hand here, hold, and now take the arm out to the side. Feel a nice diagonal stretch here. Now you can take this leg, straighten it out, and hold. Great. Now we do the same thing here, stretch, right? Let this leg stretch out, reach the arm up first, hold. And then take it more in a diagonal, hold. Doesn't that feel good? You may feel a little tight. We did a lot of movement. So this is helping us reopen everything. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Whoa. Roll your shoulders out. Give me a torso circle. So we're circling around. We did this in the beginning. This feels so good. We have one more to the other side. And then extend both legs out. Toes up. Hold on to your chair and just open up the chest and heart. And release and pull it back. And roll your shoulders back. What a great job. That was a great workout. I got so lost in that workout. I hope you did too. So we just felt all those good movements that make your body feel so wonderful. I hope you enjoyed yourself during this session. Grab some water if you haven't already. And let's get a quick sip before we say goodbye. And by all means, continue to drink after we are done. But I just want to take the opportunity to thank you so much for joining me. It's such a pleasure to share these feel-good movements with you so that your body can remain stronger and healthier for life. These movements are vital for what we do in life. We want to move and continue to let our bodies do that no matter how old we get. Movement is vitality. And if you move your body every day, not only is it going to make you feel good, but it's going to help and strengthen your immune system. So until next time, I look forward to seeing you again. You have a great day, and thank you again so much for coming.